Peace and blessings. It is me, Akomfo Ofuosawa, head of Comfort at Trauma Services, and I wanted to come and chat with you a little bit tonight to just share with you some updates and what's going on here at Trauma Services. So I'll start by saying, hey family, hey everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, a wonderful night. I sure am. I had a great day, and my husband, I apologize, the camera's moving. My husband and I just had dinner a little later than we like, but we had a healthy dinner, and now it's time for me to share some of our updates and things that are going on. So I am so thankful I have the opportunity to travel to study plant medicine. And so I'm super excited. I'll be leaving soon to travel internationally. I won't disclose where, but to travel internationally to study plant medicine. I am super excited. It is yet another opportunity and another way for me to be in service or in access and available to you in your healing. It'll also help me with my healing and my continued growth. And so I'm super excited. So in preparation for the last few weeks, because this trip has been planned for the last few weeks, I've been intently meditating and praying in preparation to be ready. So I can be ready to study, I can be open, I can be available, and that I am just ready to receive the information so that I can figure out, or Spirit can lead me, how to incorporate it into trauma services and the healing work and the healing practices we do here back at home in the DMV area. So as I've been meditating and concentrating and just focusing and having quiet time with myself and Spirit, I had I'm always having these Kensho or aha moments where things are becoming real to me and becoming so clear to me in my spirit that I feel like I'm compelled to share them. So what I'll start with saying is I finished reading The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. And it was a great book. I strongly encourage you to read that book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. And I also am almost finished Gary Zukav's The Seat of the Soul. And between those two books, Spirit has just been dealing with me. I had such a revelation. And what I came to, well, I'll share the experience first. I had a very busy day at my day job or my employment. I had a busy evening planned. I had some things to do for my husband, of course, quality time dinner, and the time we spent together. I had to grade my students' papers. I am a professor at the collegiate level. I also had a conference call I needed to be on. I had some other things I needed to do. I also wanted to squeeze in some more meditation before bed. I wanted to be able to read a little bit more before bed. And I had like all of these things going on, and I just felt so weighed upon. I felt so heavy. I just felt like I had too much to do, not enough time, and I was feeling overwhelmed. And then I get yet another phone call asking me to do something or to be somewhere. And I was at the point I felt like I wanted to kind of snap. And so at that moment, some of the things I had learned and read in both of those books came flooding back to me in a rush. And it was, where is your authentic power? Where is your power in all of this? You have allowed yourself to be pulled in all these directions. So now is the time for you to utilize or activate your authentic power. And what that authentic power is that no matter how frustrated I was, no matter how much had gone on in my day, no matter how many things I had allowed to pile up on my plate, no matter what was going on, I in turn had to go deep instead of reacting. So instead of, spewing harmful speech or shouting or being angry or allowing myself to react to all the things that I had allowed to occur that day, I decided to go inside. I went, I sat, I quieted myself. I wanted to turn inward. I wanted to create a space between what I was experiencing, the feelings, not in my head, but what I was experiencing, the feelings, and my reaction. And that's not normally the case. I'll be honest. When I get to a point where I've allowed too many things to get over, I will not think first and turn in what I sometimes go and I react. So this time, Spirit gave it to me. Drop that nugget so clear before you react. Create that space. Tap into your authentic power. So I just went silent. I stopped. I took a couple of deep breaths and I turned within. So instead of reacting, it gave me an opportunity to look for the most loving response to all of the things that had happened today, and a loving response to get another request of my time and of my abilities or energies to do something. So by choosing not to react, I chose love instead of fear. Any experience you're having that is not happy or not good, or no, there is no good or bad, that is not wanted or is not making you rise in your vibration or raising your vibration, it has to be fear. You only come from love or fear. There's two places. And so I sought the most loving part of my personality at that time. I made an intention to choose love instead of fear. So any other reaction would have been out of fear. And I chose love. And in that impulse, in that moment of impulse, I felt different. I felt like I had taken the time to have that emotional awareness, to have that emotional acuity, to sense and to catch myself. So you're about to be angry because someone is asking you one more thing to do on your plate. So it just helped me to remember that I have the power. I have the ability to think before I react, to have a different experience, to catch yourself in that and create a different experience. And remember, it's easy, very easy to not use your authentic power and to point or to blame. This is happening to me. Someone did this to me. He cut me off in traffic. She blah, blah, blah. They blah, blah, blah. It's always easy to look outside of yourself to find someone to blame for your experience or your feelings, but that's not authentic power. Your pain or your anger or your sorrow or whatever it is you're feeling is never triggered by anyone else. It is always coming from within. What happens is the circumstances that are occurring or you are experiencing is triggering some part of you that reacts with a fear-based reaction. And that's the time when you have to stop the personality, because spirit and source is not angry. Spirit and source is not jealous. Spirit and source is not vindictive. Spirit and source does not yell or spew harmful speech. Spirit and source does not hang up on people. Spirit and source does not cuss folks out. Our normal human or personality responses, that isn't the response of the creator. That is not the response of source. So before you think that someone outside of yourself has caused whatever you are experiencing that is unwanted, know that that experience is only created by you. Only thing that happened was a circumstance in your life or an experience in your life triggered some part of your personality that reacts with that non-healthy or unhealthy or unhelpful response or reaction. So if you don't go within, you can react. So don't react. Do the opposite. Go within and have that opportunity to activate your authentic power and respond in kind. Because remember, nothing is separate. Everything is connected. So if you spew harmful speech is going to make its way back around to you. It's karma. Whatever you do outward, it's going to come back to you. So stop and think before you react. Give yourself the time to pause and to create an experience or response in which you're going to feel healthy about. So when you stop instantly just reacting from your personality, the painful parts of you or those triggers don't have any power. The more you slow down and catch yourself in that emotional response, you are now using your authentic power over your personality, and those negative responses won't have any power over you. Because remember, the universe does not see good or bad. The universe does not see right or wrong. So I'm right, you're wrong. The universe does not see better or worse. The universe does not see success or failure. That's another big one we have. I'm a failure, I didn't do this, or I'm a success, I'm better than everybody else. The universe doesn't see success and failure. It doesn't see right or wrong. It doesn't see bad or good. The universe functions on limitations and opportunity. And those reactive, unauthentic, powerful responses are limitations. And you have the opportunity to respond different. Our true or authentic power does not require my approval. So don't worry about if no one else noticed that you changed your reaction. Don't even worry about if you did not applaud yourself or recognize that you made a different choice. True, authentic power and love don't require approval. It doesn't require effectiveness. It's not measurable. It just is. It's almost like it doesn't require your acknowledgement. It's almost like the sun. The sun doesn't rise in the morning and come out and then ask us people or these human bodies, did I shine enough today? How did I do? Was it warm enough today? If not, I'll come back and do better tomorrow. That's not how it works. The universe doesn't work on a system like that. Be your authentic true self. Respond and react in your true power. Align your human personality, this personality that we have assumed when we came to this place, this third dimension, with your true soul self, with the creator self, which is not angry, which is not vengeful, which is not a failure, which is not, does not see success, does not see good or bad. It just is. And function in that emotional balance or that emotional equilibrium in all of your reactions. So that was just one of my aha moments, is to act and live in my true authentic power. And I'm excited that I have an opportunity to share that with you. I hope that something I have said today on this quick catch up is helpful to you. So I ask that you please like, subscribe, and share so that the artificial intelligence or the bots know that this information should be shared with your friends and family, or just share with others on the web, as it may help them to live in their true authentic power. Again, I strongly encourage you to read The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price and Gary Zukav's Seat of the Soul. I am a Comfort Afua Sawa, and I wanted to give you that update. So stay tuned. We'll have more updates of the great things that are going on and what's coming up with Nsarma Services. Feel free to book a consultation or reading session or any of the services we and the team here at Nsarma Services provide at nsarmaservices.com. That's NSOROMMA services.com. Have a blessed day. Peace.